Welcome to the 1986 Buddy Bowl as the captains for the 86 Buddy Bowl are ready on draft night. We have John Bennett, we have Tony Ballesteri, we have Jim Bradley, Billy Bennett there getting ready to pick. We have Jim Walsh, who's picking for Andy DeMeyer, and then we have Ron Miller, captain of the last two Buddy Bowl championship teams, going for a third. Shot of the captains there making their picks, and we're about ready to go with the 1986 Buddy Bowl. We're about ready to go for the first game between Andy DeMeyer's team and Air Bennett's team. With refs David Dunn and Augie Philando there in the middle of the field handling the coin toss. We're about ready to go. Andy DeMeyer is going to try and stop his 10-game losing streak. As the teams come out to the field, you see the same innovations for Buddy Bowl. You see the goalpost in the background, and you'll see a new piece of equipment, the scaffolding for the Buddy Bowl cameramen. Ron Miller yelling out orders, the Buddy Bowl is ready to start. First game of the day, and Tom Valley takes the kickoff return for about 25 yards down the right sideline. Billy Bennett starts off strong with a good pass to Corky Ryan down the right sideline, good close to the goal line. Billy Bennett then finds his favorite receiver of the day, Casey Brown, for a touchdown to make the score 6-0. He missed the extra points, and DeMeyer gets the ball back. And on the next drive, they drive down the field. In slow motion, we can see veteran quarterback DeMeyer behind good protection, a good pocket, throws a long pass to a wide open rookie in the 1986 Buddy Bowl, LaRon Baker, for good yardage. Past midfield now, DeMeyer looks in the right corner of the end zone and sees Tom Volley for the tying score. What a great catch and pass. Let's see that in slow motion. Between two defenders, DeMeyer's perfectly thrown pass hits Volley right in his hands in the corner of the end zone to make the score 6-6. With its successful extra point, the score is 7-6 now in favor of DeMeyer's team as the ongoing kickoff then hits one of the Phil Hungerford right in the head. Watch it in slow motion. Penalty, 5 yards back. Getting the ball back, Bill Bennett then tries to pass it to Flex off Corky Ryan's hands. In reverse angle, slow motion, we can see that play again as the ball goes past Corky Ryan's hands, right to Todd Hoff for a good gain. Tackle there made by the Buddy Bowl Sand. Behind 7-6, Billy Bennett looks for his favorite receiver, and he's open. Casey Brown takes the ball, goes down the left sideline past the tackle for the score to make it 12-7. the game is nearing its end. Good drive by DeMeyer's team kicks him down to the 1-yard line, and then a quarterback sneak past good blocking gets Andy DeMeyer over the goal line to make the final score 14-12 to end Andy DeMeyer's 10-game losing streak. Fine blocking there by Bud Mape, Steve Machinsky, and Craig Beaver. Game of the day features Ron Miller's team, the Killers, against John Bennett's Buddies, and the game was a comedy of errors. We start out now with the receiver Hamlin taking a short pass, getting through a few defenders, but then, not knowing how to carry the ball, fumbles it. A rare fumble in the Buddy Bowl era of flag. Jim Walsh picks up the fumble and goes for a few yards. Then a bad hike victimizes John Bennett, and the ball is recovered by the other team for a fumble recovery. John Bennett now back to pass. Throws an interception right to Ron Miller near midfield. And Miller can't do anything with it, so he goes for a long pass and throws an interception to Scotty Evans. The ball is turned over again. John Bennett behind good protection starts to break down, and he's sacked by Craig Irving. 6 sacks on the day. Miller near midfield throws a pass that's tipped and intercepted by Walsh. Another interception in this error-filled game. Good tackle there by Malk Albrecht to save a touchdown. Miller with a short pass, laterals it. And the lateral to nobody, and the ball is recovered by John Bennett. The score is still 0-0. Now long pass, his time is running out, but it's intercepted by Scotty Evans. Ending 0-0 in overtime, John Bennett won this game. Now another game between Ballesteri's team and Jim Bradley's team with their sharp-looking uniforms. Dina Sorrow is back ready to take the hike. It's reversed and Tony Ballesteri. He has time and he sees Gustafson open. What a great catch. Let's see that in slow motion. Between 2 defenders, Gustafson makes the great catch. Sorrow then behind good protection sees Gustafson again. Gets past defender Valentine for the TD to make it 6-0. Sorrow now looking for Nick Podius, and he's wide open. Nobody covered him. 8-0. Sorrow gets the ball back again, but Jim Bradley is not blocked on this play and gets a sack. Helms and the team does a drive, and Valentine gets the ball for good yardage. In slow motion, now we see Ted Kramer catching a pass to keep the drive alive. What a fine catch. Then to finish the drive, Helms goes to his right and throws to Paul Quick for the score to make it 8-6. The extra point, unfortunately, was no good. The game ended 8-6 in favor of Ballesteri's team. Now we have Air Bennett's team against Ballesteri's team. tip. The ball is complete to Casey Brown for good yardage. In slow motion, we can see the tip by Gio, but Casey Brown never loses concentration and catches the ball. Behind great protection, Billy Bennett then throws again to Brown. He makes a great catch to the 1 yard line. But the drive ends as Billy Bennett is sacked by Gustafson. Now their own end zone, a great running play. A sweep to the left side by Brian Walsh, and he breaks into the clear. Can he score? Casey Brown catches him at midfield, a 44-yard run. In slow motion, we can see Brian Walsh heading for that goal line. Casey Brown is too fast for him and gets him at midfield. Then the drive dies as Asaro throws an interception. Great defensive play by Corky Ryan to keep the ball near midfield. Now with a field goal attempt. The score is still scoreless, but the ball is blocked by Gio. With the score still 0-0, Air Bennett behind fine protection throws a long pass. Brown is open, past the defender. And it's the only score of the game, 6-0. In slow motion, we can see Brown pass the defender, David Santa-Steven. The score to make it 6-0, and that's how the game ended. Now the next game is Andy DeMeyer's team versus Bradley's team as Laurent Baker takes the kickoff down to the left sideline to midfield. With a man in motion, DeMeyer behind great protection looks for his favorite receiver Baker over the middle for more good yardage. Then DeMeyer looks for Bud Mapes on a down and out, beats Dave Helms down the sideline, and it's a score, 6-0. DeMeyer's team looks like a force in the 1986 Buddy Bowl. But Dave Helms takes his team on a good drive and sees Kramer over the middle for good yardage. Good pass between two defenders there as Andy DeMeyer gets Kramer on the 1 yard line. Let's watch that pass again in slow motion. Defender DeMeyer then gets Kramer on the 1 yard line. 4th down now. The Helms pass for Bradley is over his head, incomplete. Behind by 6, they get the ball back again. Despite this horrid center snap, they have the ball at midfield. Rolling to his left, Helms sees that Kramer has beaten his defender and throws it long. Unfortunately, Kramer can't hang on to it. But then Helms goes his right, gets past rusher Laurent Baker and throws it long. Valentine is open past defender DeMeyer and volley for good yardage to about the 20 yard line. Then Helms throws over the middle to Paul Quick, who laterals it to Ed Brosser. He's open, there's no defender near him for a score to make it 6-6. Then Helms throws to his right, but the rusher there, Laurent Baker, roughs him. The ball falls incomplete, but there's a penalty on the play. They get another chance. Given his second life, Helms runs to his left. He thinks he's going to run it in, but then he dumps it off, and the pass is complete to Bradley for the score 7-6. The crucial roughing the passer penalty gave them a second chance in order to win the game. The score ended 7-6 in favor of Bradley's team. Now we have Battle of the Bennetts. Sarah Bennett versus John Bennett's team. First pass there is intercepted. After John Bennett's an interception, Billy Bennett throws another one to Scotty Evans near the goal line. John Bennett back to pass again. Gets past the rush. Throws it to Philando. Falls on himself near midfield. Philando again gets the next pass and goes for good yardage. Tackle there by Casey Brown. Then John Bennett throws the ball long, but it's intercepted by Billy Travers, and he goes down the right sideline. But in this battle of interceptions, Billy Bennett throws another one. Scotty Evans with his second one of the day, and then throws a lateral to get more good yardage out of this play. John Bennett then recovers and gets the ball and throws a pass. Good long completion to Jim Walsh. But that drive doesn't go anywhere, and Billy Bennett gets the ball back again. Complete to Scott Hoff near midfield. Then Billy Bennett, behind great protection, throws the ball long, and it's complete to his favorite receiver down to the 2-yard line, Casey Brown. Billy Bennett then rolls to his right and sees Travers. A great pass past defender Evans for the score to make it 6-0. There's only seconds left in this game. John Bennett back to pass. He dumps it off to his receiver. Greg Dio takes the ball and goes out of bounds. There are 6 seconds left to play. Behind 6-0, 2 receivers go down the field. Bennett heaves it long. The ball is somehow caught by Scotty Evans, and he runs for the score. The score is now 6-6. Let's watch that play in slow motion, one of the great comebacks in Buddy Bowl history. Five players there battling for the ball. Unfortunately, defenders Brown and Travers would not knock it down. Scotty Evans takes the ball and runs to tie the score as his hat falls off in the end zone. 6-6. John Bennett's team won the eventual tiebreaker. We'll now see that tie-breaking play. Billy Bennett needs to get past midfield, but overthrows the receiver. The ball is intercepted, and that cancels out his plays. John Bennett's team wins a squeaker. What a comeback by John Bennett's team. Now on the other side of the field, we have Ron Miller throwing a few short passes in his highlights from his win, 7-6 over Bradley's team. 2 completions to Hamlin and Irving, bringing them close to the goal line, and then Miller throws a complete touchdown pass to his favorite receiver, Bruce Fisher, to win this game 7-6. Watch it in slow motion. Good move by Fisher to come back for the ball. We'll hear more from Fisher later. The extra point is good. Miller's team wins 7-6 to get closer to the Buddy Bowl championship game. Now we have Ballesteri versus John Bennett as Brian Walsh runs again. This was a penalty-marred game. We'll see a few plays coming up. Complete to Brian Walsh, but he's guilty of flag guarding. We'll watch this flag guarding in slow motion. Right there is the penalty. Now Fleming takes an interception, but is guilty of straight arming 2 people. Let's watch this penalty again in slow motion. Taking John Bennett's pass, we can see Fleming straight arming 2 people. The defender right there, and then the opposing quarterback, John Bennett, gets it right in the face. John Bennett gets the ball back and throws long, and Scotty Evans is open again. Great pass, but just past the defender. Gio with a tackle there near the 1-yard line. So we see Evans somehow getting footing on this slow motion. And Chris Gio makes touchdown saving tackle. Then John Bennett, under heavy pressure, throws another interception to Fleming. The drive is stalled. Asaro gets the ball, rolls to his left, and throws. The ball is tipped and intercepted by John Bennett. John Bennett then takes advantage of the error, throws the ball, and complete. Good one-handed catch by Evans on the end of the end zone. The only score of the game, 7-0. John Bennett's team gets past the semifinals and will be in the championship game. Now we have the championship game for the 1986 Buddy Bowl. And here's the kickoff. Scotty Evans takes the ball behind good blocking. First drive of the game. Scotty Evans makes a great catch past the defender. They're down to the 2-yard line. John Bennett's team looks tough in the first drive in this championship game. Behind good protection, then John Bennett throws it past defender Bruce Fisher. Evans tiptoes along the sideline for the first score in the 86 Buddy Bowl championship. Watch that play again in slow motion. Miller's team gets the ball back behind 6-0 and throws an interception right to Dave Hart. With the ball back, they try and do ball control. Gets past the rusher and sees an open receiver. Jim Walsh between 3 defenders. Looks like John Bennett is on his game today. But the drive stalls and Ron Miller's team gets the ball back. He throws long to his favorite receiver. Good sideline pattern, Bruce Fisher. Near midfield, behind good blocking, Ron runs to his right. Gets past defender Augie Philando, and Jim Walsh gets him out of bounds. Little time left in the half. Miller then blows the drive and throws an interception to John Bennett's MVP, Scotty Evans. Will Miller's streak be broken? Now we have the second half. The score is still 6-0. Miller's team is going on a drive now and has the ball near their own goal line as Miller fades back to pass. Thrown over the defender, a great pass past defender John Bennett, and Bruce Fisher takes it in the end zone to tie the score. Now for the extra point. Ron Miller dumps it off again to Fisher. Point is good. It's now 7-6. John Bennett gets the ball back and throws it complete to Philando. Scotty Evans gets this pass. They're driving down the field. But rusher Craig Irving breaks through the protection with a key sack. Ron Miller's team gets the ball and he runs around right in. Then Miller runs to his right and throws again to his favorite receiver, Bruce Fisher, for the score to make it 13-6. The extra point kick off to the left. But more importantly, they're ahead 13-6. Now John Bennett's team gets the ball. Evans gets a pass and laterals it. Craig Gio gets the lateral for good yardage on this last-minute drive. Behind good protection, John Bennett then looks for his favorite receiver for another good gain, Scotty Evans. Past the rush again, Greg Gio is open. Miller gets the flag, but they're driving down the field. Now a crucial fourth down play. John Bennett throws it, but the ball is dropped. Scotty Evans, hero of the day, drops a fatal fourth down pass. In slow motion, we can see as Scotty Evans takes his eye off the ball as he watches it into his hands. The ball drops to the ground, and Miller's Killers, all they have to do now is run out the clock to win the game. After a few runs, the clock is now down to a few seconds left. All they have to do is down Bruce Fisher, and the game is over. Miller's Killers win their third consecutive Buddy Bowl championship in this 1986 Buddy Bowl against John Bennett's Buddies. As the players congratulate a hard-fought win in this 1986 Buddy Bowl. See you next year for the 1987 Buddy Bowl.